Are Remy Ma and Papoose actually getting back together? And is that the real reason Claressa Shields has been going off online lately? Because honestly, when you look at everything side by side, it's starting to make a lot of sense. So yes, we're back on this topic again. Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields. And this whole situation is a perfect reminder of why you should never get involved with a married man. Period. You can't step into someone's marriage, make it messy, and then act surprised when things blow up in your face. But before we get into all of that, let's start with Claressa Shields, because it's looking like Papoose might be back in her corner. She jumped on Snapchat and posted what people are calling a proof of life moment, literally showing him at the gym with her, helping her train and work on her punches. Now before that even happened, she had already popped back online showing what looked like a baked sweet potato. And that was funny because she had literally told people she was done talking while eating. But here's the thing. She had gone quiet for a bit after getting exposed for calling into Hood Champion Sports pretending to be someone else, while clearly being herself. She got caught, got embarrassed, disappeared for a little while, and then came back on Snapchat with a whole lot of noise. And here's the part that got my attention. Papoose didn't eat anything she cooked. It actually sounded like he ordered from a delivery app, because Claressa told whoever was in the background that the food belonged to Papoose, meaning he brought his own food or had it delivered. He wasn't sitting down to her home cooking. And honestly, that one small detail tells you everything you need to know.
You're really pretty. So I'm like, what? Typical Bronx chick, right? What? You're like, nah, like, you need to work on your attitude. So I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean work on my attitude? He's like, your attitude blocks your beauty. He's like, when you're being mean and nasty and your attitude is how your attitude is, it's like a brick wall. But when you're being nice, it's like a brick wall is removed and I can see all your beauty. Like, bruh, all you had to do was say I look cute today. Like, you didn't have to do all that. You didn't have to make this whole philosophy, okay? Say I look cute this morning. Just say I'm glowing this morning, okay? I scrub my face, nice and shiny, clean. Just say that. Alright? Hold on.
So after all of that, Claressa tried to come across as calm and collected online. She started talking about haters, fake narratives, and people spreading lies, acting like she was completely above the drama. But then came the disclaimers. And the moment someone starts adding disclaimers, the whole unbothered act falls apart. She said things like she's going to do better, that she's learning people don't actually care about the truth, and that lies are more fun for people to run with. Then she added that she refuses to let miserable people ruin her life. She followed that up by saying she won't tolerate any negativity or trolling on her page, laughing emojis included, because it's her page, her life, and her success. Now look, it's pretty clear that was aimed directly at people coming into her comments to stir things up, basically saying she'll block whoever she wants. But here's the reality. You cannot control what the entire internet says. That's just not possible. And people are not going to let this Papoose situation go until there is real, documented proof, like an actual signed divorce decree showing that he and Remy Ma are legally done. Which brings us to Remy Ma. Because a clip surfaced on her YouTube channel just a few days ago, and it made everything even more interesting. Full transparency, I'm not sure if it's a new clip or an older one. But it was posted recently, and at that same time, Papoose was still in New York with Remy Ma and their daughter. So we definitely have to talk about it. The video is about 23 minutes long. Some parts made me think it could be older footage, like her mentioning a recent loss in the family and a trip to Disney with the kids. But other parts, especially where she talks about her husband telling her she's beautiful and reminding her of her worth even when he's correcting her, that gave off a very specific energy. It felt like someone who is emotionally reconnected with their partner. And I don't think it was posted by accident. I think the timing was very intentional. It was Remy Ma's way of saying, when Papoose is in town, he shows up for me. Whether the footage is old or new, the message behind posting it was clear. Here's what I really believe. That video was posted to get under Claressa Shields' skin. Full stop. If you're supposedly going through a divorce, if you've supposedly moved on, then why post a video like that at all? Why upload something where you're glowing and talking about your husband making you feel beautiful? The only reason that makes sense is to shake Claressa and remind everyone that Papoose is still, legally and emotionally, her husband. And that contrast is what makes this so uncomfortable for Claressa Shields. Remy gets that love and affection from Papoose naturally, without having to fight for it. Meanwhile, Claressa is working overtime trying to hold his attention and convince the world that she's the one he wants. This is exactly why getting involved with a married man puts you at a disadvantage from day one. Let's not forget, it was never Papoose who wanted the divorce in the first place. He was comfortable staying close to Remy, sleeping on her couch, hanging around. It was Remy who finally drew the line, packed up his things, and told him to come get them. It was also Remy who revealed he had allegedly been pawning her jewelry for cash when things got tight. But now Papoose apparently has income again. He's back on his feet. And suddenly there seems to be renewed interest from Remy's side too, which makes sense, because one of her biggest frustrations was carrying the financial weight alone. And what I don't understand is how Claressa keeps calling everything a lie while Papoose is in New York and she is not there with him. She has no idea what's happening when she's not around. At the end of the day, he is still a married man. You can bring up Remy's past or talk about whatever else you want, but the truth is, nobody outside of Remy and Papoose actually knows what's going on between them behind closed doors. Remy already said she had everything prepared with her attorneys. It was supposed to be simple and private. All Papoose had to do was sign. He refused. The only reason he even filed paperwork last May is likely because Claressa pressured him into it after getting frustrated with how things looked publicly. And when Claressa tried to claim Papoose didn't spend the holidays with Remy, the receipts came out and proved the opposite. So now Claressa is trying to stay calm. Papoose probably told her to ignore the internet and focus on her upcoming fight. But you can tell she still doesn't fully understand what she's dealing with. She's treating Papoose like a prize to be won rather than seeing the full picture clearly. And what makes it even harder to defend her is the fact that she was the one reaching out to Remy Ma first, asking for style tips, trying to build a friendship, and then ended up with her husband. That's a choice that's very difficult to come back from, reputation-wise. This situation is heading toward a crash. Claressa hasn't figured out yet that Remy Ma can walk back into that picture whenever she chooses. That video proved exactly that. Remy didn't need to go online and beg for validation. She just posted, let it speak for itself, and kept moving. That's the difference. I genuinely wish Claressa Shields had kept her focus on boxing, her career, her legacy, everything she worked so hard to build. That's what should be making headlines right now. Instead, this married man situation has taken over the conversation, and now people can't look away from it. This isn't about bullying or hating on anyone. People just want the truth to come out. They want Claressa to step back and see things for what they really are. And as for Remy Ma, I don't see her slowing down anytime soon. Whether she and Papoose are officially back together or not, she knows exactly what she's doing. And she knows it's working. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe Remy Ma and Papoose are genuinely back together? Is she trolling Claressa to throw her off before her big match? Or was that video a quiet but clear message that their marriage never really ended? Drop your thoughts below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the